Today I'm talking about the new lighthearted comedy film, The Problem with People. This was written by and stars Paul Reiser. It co-stars Colm Meaney and also features one of my all-time favorite actors, Jane Levy. Whole reason I watched the film, and I'm so glad I did because it was delightful. The basic premise is, in Ireland, an old man is dying, and one of his last wishes to his son is that they fix the century-old rift that happened within the family. Paul plays the cousin to Colm, and maybe it goes well for a little while, but then maybe things go a little bit off the rails. And it's so delightful and charming. I had such a great time with this. Firstly, the cast is great. Paul and Colm did such a great job of being delightful and charming. You can understand why people in the community would get behind both of them. It was so nice and cozy. I really just loved the whole world they created and just like the good vibes, and like there was a moment where the dad is just so like grateful that everything's happening that it definitely got to me emotionally. There definitely are some issues with the film. Like early on there's a scene that's not edited great, and then like they kind of naturally came to the conclusion of the film but then realized, oh, we need to have like 20 more minutes, so then they had to reinstigate stuff. So that was a little janky, and just kind of some other moments weren't the strongest. I would guess that like, especially the editing issues were things like, as written, scenes played out fine, but the day of, things didn't film as well, didn't play as well, actually, so they had to like cut around stuff. I would guess that they needed to do reshoots, but you know, it's a very small independent film that struggled to get distribution for a while, so like, they didn't have the money to refilm anything to fix any moments that didn't quite play right. But that being said though, I was so enamored by the charm of the film that I didn't super mind. That like those moments that didn't quite work right or the rough edges of scenes really didn't bother me because I was just having so much fun with it. I was enjoying spending time with these guys. Like even their bickering when that starts to happen is just a delightful, fun thing to experience because they're not mean-spirited about stuff. Like, yeah, sometimes they'll do something that's mean and dickheaded, but at the same time it's like, well, you know, they're just kind of frustrated in the moment, and you know it's not from a true place of malice, even though it can kind of seem like in the moment. It's one of those things of like, whenever they push something too far, they immediately realize, oh, I went too far with that, and then feel bad type of thing. Even when they're at their worst, you can still understand and sympathize with them because they're not trying to be the worst, they're just, you know, frustrated at the moment. So yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie and I would totally recommend it. I'm especially going to recommend it to my parents. They're both fans of the two main actors, but it is kind of like a perfect old person movie of just like, it's just chill good vibes, and like, yeah, things get a little crazy, but like, you know, the emotion's right there. The emotion works, and that's the most important part of the movie. As long as it's telling a good emotional story, that's all you really need, even if there are rough edges or what have you. The emotion is core, and they nailed that, so yes, they get my stamp of approval for sure. And now for my ranking, I put this at number 36 in the really liked category. And this is out of a total of 78 new movies so far this year.